Hi everyone, sorry about the motion sickness, just trying to get the phone in the right position. Hopefully you can see that. So it's Stamping on the Euros day 9 and I can hear the football is on downstairs. I did look up who was playing today, but I honestly can't remember. All I know is it's England tomorrow, so I'm just glad to be escaping into my craft room. Wimbledon did start today. I saw a very little bit of it. Djokovic match, and the weather here has been dreadful today, but actually there was blue sky a minute ago and it's clouding over again now. So as promised, some strawberries. So the set I'm going to use is Sweet Strawberry Stamp Set. I've got it out because I will be showing you some. It's not as quick and easy as I had thought it would be looking at it. It's by an American demonstrator, Jackie Haversack, I think her name is. And I saw it online and I just thought, oh, that looks really quick and easy. I'll give that a go. But actually, it's not as quick and easy as it looks, although once you've got everything cut out, it's not bad. And I have used an embossing folder, so I don't know if you can see that. It's the Tasteful Texture in Very Vanilla, and this is Soft Succulent Green, which is perfect, I think. So the dark ones, that's just stamped straight on. In fact, that bit is done with Evening Evergreen, and then the inside with soft succulent. And then I changed and was just stamping off. So in fact, the Evening Evergreen can go, and I'm going to use Poppy Parade for the strawberries and Soft Succulent. So I've done some of the work in advance, just to save a bit of time. I've stamped my leaves. I've stamped 2 out of 3 strawberries. I don't know where my third one has gone, so I guess we're just doing 2 strawberries on this one. I have already stamped the flowers on this part. I didn't stamp the whole thing because it's going to be covered up by these strawberries, as you can see on here. And I haven't put a sentiment on it yet because I don't know what I'm going to use it for. So, but I do like the font on here. That was so sweet of you. Hello there, just for you. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. Well, thank you. I think I'd probably leave the you sweet thing off, but anyway. So as I said, it's Soft Succulent is the colour, the green, beautiful. And that's one of the latest in colours, the 2021 to 2022 in colour from Stampin' Up. And the Very Vanilla is just going to go on there. Now I'm using wet glue today. I know I usually use my Stampin' Seal Plus, but because it's embossed, it doesn't always catch. So I just want to make sure that it does. So I'm just using some wet glue and get that on there for you. There we go. So I will post the measurements on my blog, but the card size is your usual 10.5 by 14.8, and then the Very Vanilla is cut down to 10 by 14.3. And then I've got a piece of the In Colour Designer Series paper is just going to go over the top of that, and that is actually 5 centimetres by 10. And again, it's going on the embossed bit of card, so I'll just use the wet glue again. The tricky bit actually is the punching. So I thought I had a trick to line my stamps up on the punch, but it didn't actually work because they were the wrong way around. So what I've done is I've stamped them individually, and it's always useful to have a bit of post-it note with this. You want the oh, maybe that's, there we go, there's my third strawberry. You want the sticky bit of the post-it note, so I'll show you how that works in a minute. I'm just going to stick my circles down, and this is using the layering circle dies. So you've got the scalloped ones and the plain ones. So I did a scalloped one for the larger in the Soft Succulent and a plain in the Very Vanilla, and when I put it on you'll see that you actually still see the scallop, which I think is really pretty. Let's make sure you can see what I'm doing. Just line it up there. And that's going to go on there with dimensional. So I'll just get that on because then I can show you the stamping and the trick for punching out. So just need my dimensionals and I can hear lots of cheering. As I said, I have no idea what the football is, who's playing, or even where it's from, but it keeps my husband quiet, so that's fine. And there's another one at 8, and I'll just stick my AirPods in and watch something on the iPad, I think. But it's, especially with this lousy weather, it's keeping him occupied. So, just going to overlap that on the Designer Series paper and the Very Vanilla. Love this colour. I normally use basic white, but for some reason I use the Very Vanilla today, and actually I think it's a softer, gives it a bit of a softer look. So let's get rid of these little things that end up everywhere. I'll be in the lounge and my husband will say, what's that? And it's fallen off me. So I'm going to punch the leaves out first, and I'll show you on this punch. So this is a strawberry builder punch, available through Stampin Up, and you can get it through my shop, which is available via my blog. So I've made sure I stamped it the right way, and I've just lined it up. Now that is going to waste a bit of card, unfortunately. There is a way to line everything up so you can punch everything out, but the strawberries are a different colour anyway, so that's not really going to work. I'm just going to cut that off. Do the second one. I do love a punch. I mean, I love dies as well, but punches are just so quick and easy. And I'm all about the quick and easy, which if you've been watching my videos, you'll realise. And here's the last one. Right, now this is where I might need my post-it notes. So I'm going to take a bit, I've got the sticky bit at the end, and I'm just going to put that under there. And it just means you can manoeuvre it to get it where you want it. There we go. And that's all rubbish. And then the post-it note just peels off. There we go. So I've got my 3 leaves. Now I need my 3 tops of my strawberries. When I did that one, I actually thought they went the other way around. Silly me. So I might be able to do this without. Let's see if that will work. It's funny, when you're on camera, everything's harder than it is when you're just doing it for yourself. So there's the first one. Just cut that off. Line that second one up. I don't normally waste as much card as this, but I have so much very vanilla offcuts that actually they never get used. Right, and then number 3. Should be able to do this one without the post-it note. Once the stamping on the Euros is finished, I will do a little tour of my craft room, because I do have stuff where I keep all my spare cardstock and recycle it. So I'd like to share that with you. So I've got my 3 leaves, and I've lost my 3. Oh, crikey, it's a disaster. I think I've thrown them in the bin, so I'm going to dig those out in a minute. But what I need to do first is show you how to do the 2 stamp. So I've done the outline in Poppy Parade, and I am a little bit OCD. I don't like it when the stamps go really red. It's just the photopolymer ones that do it. So what I always do is I'll stamp it onto Versamark first, then into the red, and then I'm actually going to stamp it off because I don't want it to be too dark, and then stamp it. Okay, there we go. So it's a bit laborious, but because I don't want them to go bright red, I just clean them every time and redo it with the Versamark. stamp it off. There we go. Unfortunately, because I've done so many strawberries, it is actually going a bit red now, the stamp, but there's nothing I can do about that. It would be bright red if I hadn't used the Versamark. So there's my 3 strawberries. I'm just going to give that a good clean. And it's, I would say that's a light pink now rather than a bright red. Okay, let's just get all this clutter out of the way. Get my ink pad, because I'm a nightmare for putting my arm or hand in it and then getting it all over my card base. So, get that out of the way. Get my stamps out of the way. So now I'm going to punch my strawberries, and again I might need the post-it note. So if I can get that one right in. I think I'm going to need the post-it note because I'm on camera. And I'm just going to cut that one in half. So as you can see, I've already lost parts of what I stamped. So I'm just a regular stamper. I make mistakes like everybody else. And I think it's quite refreshing when you see people making mistakes. Even when I watch some of the top demonstrators from Stampin' Up in America, they make mistakes, and then you know they're human. Right, so there's one. And I'm just going to give that a bit of a curve with my bone folder. Like that. And then let's punch another one out. Post-it notes are absolutely brilliant. Nope, wrong way around. I apologise if anybody's commenting, but I haven't got my laptop set up. I was running a bit late today. As I said, it wasn't as quick and easy as I had anticipated, so I was a bit behind. So that's number 2. And I just need number 3. And then we can get this card finished. Wrong way round. So who likes Wimbledon? My godmother used to love Wimbledon. Unfortunately, she's no longer with us. She died last year, but it was always her favourite time of year. She was from the northeast, and she would sunbathe in the garden and then go in and watch the tennis. Right, so there's my strawberries and my 3 leaves, and I only have one of these, so I'll show you how it works. One of these I'm going to lay flat, so I'm just going to put a bit of, oh, let's get the post-it note off the back. Just going to lay that flat. There we go. And then the other ones I'm going to put dimensionals on, and I'm just putting one on the middle because I want it to have a little bit of a curve to it. So like that. And then number 3, I'm actually going to put the dimensional at the bottom so that the top part is overlapping on the card. You see what I mean? Like that. Okay, so now all I need to do is just put my leaves in. And you can see on this one I've just fitted them in. I need to cover that up actually, because I was not paying attention where I was putting it. Just see if I can find any of my... Yeah, I found one. And 2. There we go. I have put them in the bin. So let's get rid of all this other clutter. So I'm going to use my wet glue again, and I'm just putting a little bit on the end, and I'm going to slot it underneath the strawberries, which is easier said than done. That's one. Now I want to cover that bit up there so this can go over there. Two. And we'll have that last one just popping out from the bottom, I think. So I might put dimensional on that one. Here we go. And then originally I tried to put those on that way. No, not the right way. So just a little bit on the bottom. I think it's brilliant, this stamp and punch set. Makes it so easy. Now I've lost the third one. It's here somewhere. And my third one has disappeared, but not to worry. You got the gist of it. So I will find it and pop it on there. And then you can either stamp a sentiment straight onto the designer series paper, or maybe do another punch up there. But again, it was harder than I thought, but it's still relatively, with the punch, relatively quick and easy. And I do love that punch on the stamp set. So I'll be back on Wednesday, and I will be doing some more. I might try and use this this flower, and I'll try not to lose things. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.